Subscribe to my channel Making Impossible and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any one of my upcoming videos.
Yo, what's up friends? I'm Shalazari and welcome back to Making Impossible, the channel that teaches you how to make the impossible and be the smartest person in the room. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you an amazing card trick which I was about to teach you in the new year. But since in my last video, I uploaded a different tutorial, in today's video, I'm going to teach you that new card trick and I hope you will be enjoying learning this card trick. So without any further ado, let's look at the performance and then we are going to have the tutorial.
This week's Instagram feature goes to Amuk Brata Bhattacharya. Follow him on Instagram. Link is given in the video description. I'll feature one lucky Instagram user every Monday in my Smack That Monday episodes. If you want your Instagram profile or page to be featured in my next Smack That Monday episode, follow the simple steps that are given in the video description. So now, let's continue.
Alright guys, here's a performance of this card trick. Now as you can see, I have this deck of cards completely mixed up, right? But still I'm going to shuffle these cards in front of you so that you don't accuse me of arranging these cards in any kind of order or something like that. So at this point these cards are pretty much mixed up and I'm going to spread this deck of cards and you are going to touch one of these cards. So let's say you touch this one and that will be your selection, okay? So at this point what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the rest of the cards, the rest of the 51 cards and put it back inside this box. And now I'm going to turn my back and at that point when I'm turning my back you're going to look at this card. So I'm going to turn my back right now and as I'm looking away from the camera, make sure you look at this card and remember that card, because if you don't remember that card there will be nothing left for this trick, because in the end I have to find out your card. So make sure you're remembering this card and everyone watching looking at this card trick are also remembering this card. So when you're done, you're just going to take this card and put it back face down and I'm again going to turn back towards you and explain why I did all of this. So at first I shuffle the deck of cards so that you don't suspect me, and then I spread the deck of cards and you took a random playing card, and then I put the rest of the cards inside the box so that you and I won't have access to the rest of the cards. So I won't be able to look through all the rest of the 51 cards and figure out which card you took, and you won't be able to switch your card with any other card from the rest of the cards. So everything right now is fair. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take out all the other cards just like that and take your card and put it somewhere inside the center of the deck. Now your card is somewhere inside the center of the deck, and since I don't know your card, if I go through the cards just like this, I won't be able to find your card because I don't know your card. Except for the fact if you have signed it, I would have found a signed card, but that would have been no fun because there would be no magic in it and I would be able to see your signature and say that it's your card. But since you haven't signed it, it's hard for me to find your card while I spread the cards face up because I don't know your card. But it's even harder to look from the back because every card from the back looks the same. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a flick, and as I do that you can see that not only this card but all the other cards have changed their color and there is only one red card that is left inside this deck, and that is none other than your card, the Two of Clubs. So as you can see, all the cards have turned blue except for the Two of Clubs, that is your selection. So that is the card trick, and let's see how you can do this card trick. Okay guys, here is how you're going to do this card trick. Now for doing this card trick you need a little bit of setup. That is, the first deck that you're going to use is the normal deck of cards with all the red back cards, right? And the second deck that you're going to use is this one with all the blue cards and just one red card on top of them. So if we square this deck of cards, it looks like that an entire deck of cards with red back, but it's actually blue back with just red card on top of it. Now this is the first thing that you need to have. The second thing that you're going to have is two duplicate boxes of red bicycle back playing cards. So you're going to have 2 duplicate boxes because you're going to do a deck switch after you put the cards inside the box. But since this box is a little bit older and looks different from this box, I didn't use this box in the performance. I did an actual deck switch. I actually switched this entire deck with this deck of cards before putting that in the box. So what you can do is you can just put these normal cards inside this box, and this would be the other box filled with the other cards, and you can just switch the box later on. Okay, so just you need to have 2 duplicate boxes and this 2 deck of cards. So what you're going to do is, at first, let's say this is the duplicate box. For the explanation, I'm using this because this doesn't look like duplicate. It might look like duplicate on camera, but from my front I can actually see there's a lot of difference in the 2 box of playing cards, because this is very old and this is brand new. So this is the box which you're going to switch with this box of cards, and you are actually going to keep this box somewhere hidden from the spectator. Now you're going to begin with these cards inside the box of cards, because this is very important so that your spectator knows that this box contains red back playing cards, and that is the psychological illusion that you're going to play with your spectator. So what you're going to do is you're just going to open up the box in front of them, shuffle this deck of cards, ask them to select a random playing card, and they just does that, and you are going to take these playing cards and you're going to actually put them inside the box and then close the box. And right now what you're going to do is you are going to ask them to look at this card while you turn your back towards them. So you're going to turn your back, and since in the performance I put the other deck of cards inside the box, I actually left the box right over here. But while you're doing it in real life, what you're going to do is you're going to ask them to look at the card while you're turning back towards them, and then as you do that, you're actually turning your back and you are switching this box with this box of cards where you have only 1 red card on the top. So all you're doing is you're switching this box of card with this one as you turn your back, or maybe if you're performing on the table, you're keeping this other box on your lap, and then while you're talking in the misdirection, you're bringing out this box and taking this box and dropping it on your lap. So right now you have the other deck of cards with all the blue back cards and red card on top of it. So at this point, you know inside this box you have all your setup cards. So let's say we go back to where your spectator has selected a playing card and you have actually put the real cards in the box. Okay, so you have put these cards in this box, and now you're turning your back towards the spectator so that they can see the card, and you know you can actually switch the box. So let's say you turn your back towards the spectator and then you switch the box with the other one, with the duplicate box where you have the other cards. Now as your spectator is looking at the card, he or she is remembering it, showing it to his or her friends, and then after that you're going to turn your back when they're done, and then you're going to explain this simple thing, that is why you did all of these things. And this explanation is very important to play the psychological game, because you need to convince your spectator that it is the same deck of cards and what you did was absolutely fair, but you had to do your nasty work. So you're going to explain to your spectator that you have shuffled the deck of cards, they have selected one, you have put the rest of the cards so that they can't switch their card with any other card inside the box, and you have put it in the box and closed it so that you can't go through the rest of the cards, rest of the 51 cards, and figure out what his or her card is. So everything is fair. So you need to convince your spectator that everything that is happening in front of them is pretty much fair. And at this point what you're going to do is you're just going to open this deck, and then you're just going to strongly grab this deck of cards and bring it out so that you don't slip this card and show the blue cards. And then you're going to hold these cards in the middle grip, and you're going to take your spectator's card, put it back somewhere in the center, just slide it somewhere inside the center of the deck, and then you're going to say that if you look through like this, you won't be able to find out their card because it is not signed and you don't know their card. But from the back, it is more impossible for you because all the cards look the same. So you're going to do a magic trick and then you do a flick, and as you do a flick, you're actually doing the Cardini change, and I have a tutorial for it. If you don't know how to do a Cardini change, make sure you watch that tutorial. So at this point, you're doing a Cardini change and then you're actually copying that playing card while you're actually pulling that playing card down and putting it right over here in your palm. This is the cop position. So you're copying the playing card and then you pull this hand back and drop it by your body naturally, by the side of your body, because this is the natural position of your hand. And then you're going to spread this deck of cards and show that there is only one card that is present inside the deck of cards, which is the spectator's card, because you have put their card inside the rest of the blue cards which are present right over here. So this is how the trick is done, and that's it for the tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you did so, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Chuelazari. Also, if you have any questions, you can use the comment section for that, and don't forget to subscribe to my other channel, which is a pretty savage channel. I post funny videos over there, and the link to the channel will be given right in the description box as well as in the cards. And don't forget to smash the subscribe button of this channel if you're not a subscriber yet, and turn on the post notifications so that you don't miss my upcoming videos and my future Smack That Monday episodes. Peace.